Hello again, Honky Tonks. Freedom of speech, it's what it's all about. That's the main battleground, I reckon, when it comes to taking control of the narrative and democracy. With one stroke of his pen, the SNP bigot, Hamza Useless, took away far more freedoms from the Scots and restricted them than Edward Longshanks ever did. You got to be careful what you say now, anywhere, even your own home. Somebody doesn't like it, it could be innocent. You could say, oh, I like the grass on my lawn. I look after my lawn, it's so green. Some blue-haired idiot could be standing nearby and think, oh my God, no, the grass isn't green. I think that grass is actually grey. I'm reporting them to the police. The Scottish police are duty bound to investigate that. And if it's deemed hateful by the so-called victim, then that's it, it's all over. Freedom of speech is so important, people have died for it. It's the most important cog in the wheel of democracy, in my opinion. Once you lose that, it's game over. And that's what these idiots are coming for. Now, I'm all for free speech, though if you say something that defames someone, is out to destroy someone or harm someone else, then you should be held accountable for it. You should be allowed to be sued, and if what you say leads to murder, which has happened, then you deserve to lose your freedoms. I think those are the exceptions, wouldn't you agree? Even I have some things which I don't like to listen to. I hate the terms baby mama. Oh my God. I mean, where does that even come from? Baby mama. Of course you're a mama, but if you're not a mama of a baby, then what the hell is it? It doesn't make sense to me. Does it to you? Having a paddy. Oh, I hear that, I cringe. As much as I detest and hate those terms, people have a right to say it. All right? I don't think I should be wasting police time by running to a police station, as people do, having a good cry, saying, I'm offended. Punish them. Take away their right to do that. Then, you know, we're lost as a society, aren't we, really? We really are. Now, Jeremy Vine, which is what this video is all about. He said on his show, the Jeremy Vine shit show, the other day. Was it yesterday? Who cares? The Chinese do it, he says. I reckon we should take control of X, formerly Twitter, and shut it down. Why would he say that? The reason he says that is because he's one of them, isn't he? I've got to cross this now. Again, if I fall, I'll keep it in for comedy value. God knows we need a laugh these days, don't we? People do complain my videos are all doom and gloom, but I'd rather give you the truthful doom and gloom than a lying cheer. Why would he say that? Because he doesn't like what he hears. His feelings are more important than facts or someone else's right to say something, and I think that's abhorrent. I think that's wrong. It's the wrong way around. Freedom of speech and facts are more important than your feelings. Of course, that goes contradictory to what I just said earlier about freedom of speech having consequences. But I'm talking about reasonable freedom of speech. Now, Jeremy Vine is in a legal spat with Joey Barton. I think personally, because Jeremy Vine is part of the system and very much establishment, he's going to win. I think he's going to win that, sadly. And all that money that people have donated to Joey Barton, it's going to go to him. And he's made more dosh, hasn't he, on the back of his feelings. Jeremy Vine. But Jeremy Vine's a hypocrite. It's okay when he says stuff like, the anti-jabbers should be held down and be forced to take the jab. That's what he said. He did actually say that. This is a guy who rides through London on his bike and looks for trouble, I believe. He looks for it, gets into a confrontation or a situation with a vehicle driver and then posts it online slagging him off. He's one of these self-righteous cyclists. Now, I'm a driver. I drive for a living. I come across cyclists. I'd say out of the majority of them, probably half don't give a damn about motorists, and they do what they want. That really irks me. That really does. But there's no law stopping them. And that's the thing. But Twitter, or X now, has been a massive battleground between the left and the right politically for a while, especially since Elon Musk took it over and made it a decent place again, an open forum as it should be. Before that, the left Rafa had control, and they had control. And when I mean control, anything they didn't like about anything, any of the ideologies or agenda, they deleted. I'm on my, as a good guess, probably my 10th Twitter account, which is the most successful. Before that, they were all suspended, blocked, deleted, call it as you will, because I said the truth. I never incited harm or violence against anyone. I just questioned shit. That's all I did. And some people don't like being questioned, do they? They don't like you looking at what you're presenting to them, other people online, and saying, hang on, if you're going through this, why are you doing that? If you're saying one thing, why are you saying that? That doesn't make sense to me. Why? You have a right to say that. And if they're caught out, they'll come after you, or they'll get you cancelled. That's the way social media is, sadly. But Jeremy Vine wants to do what the Chinese do and control and shut down X. He wants to take away everyone's freedom of speech, same as Hamza Useless does in Scotland with the so-called hate speech law. And you can see where curtailing free speech leads to, because if you look at China, it's led to the social credit system, which is destroying lives. It's restricting lives. Can't get a job, property, healthcare, dental care, public transport. And the next thing you know is, and I know it sounds a bit extreme and conspiratorial, but they'll come for your life. It's got to be. That's the only natural way this is going, isn't it? With the brutal, unelected communists in China. And that's another thing Hamza Useless has in common with Longshanks. Neither were elected, were they? Edward I Longshanks was made king due to the accident of birth and the grace of God. And Hamza Useless was put there in charge of the Scots by the SNP. Nobody elected him whatsoever. Dangerous times, folks. Every nation in the UK is ruled by a person. Despite the blindingly obvious, I can't say it on here obviously, but you know what it is. And the fact they're unelected, all of them are unelected. And I don't like that. I really don't like that. That troubles me. And I think it should trouble you too if you value your freedoms and democracy, free speech. It should trouble you. Thankfully, Leo Varadkar, the Irish one, he's just stepped down for personal and political reasons. It was another Nicola Sturgeon, and you watch, there'll be something big coming out about him. It always is. If they resign in a hurry out of nowhere like this. He was another one who was put in charge of Ireland thanks to the lawmakers. They didn't have a general election. The people didn't have a choice. So what he did with his immigration policy, he literally burned Ireland. And now he's jumping ship. But there's always something bigger. He's involved in something deeper and darker, and it'll come out. The same as Sturgeon, ladies and gentlemen, mark my words. It's just history repeating itself, isn't it? It's the same thing. So there we go. Free speech under attack. Notice other channels like mine, Simon Sideways, etc., Andy the Gabby Cabby, Rotten Politics. I forgot to mention him the other day, but that's another good channel. Angry Bootneck, etc. We're not getting the views that we used to. For me personally, it's not about the views, it's just getting the message across. But still, if your views are up here, then all of a sudden they're down there, and something's up. So the algorithm doesn't like us at the moment, it seems, or whoever's in charge of that algorithm doesn't like what we're saying, and so making sure our messages aren't getting across to as many people. That's where you come in. So please like and share, subscribe to all of us, and do us and yourselves a favour as well. And there we go, that's me little twaddle. Hope you like. Dear me. Oh, it's no fun being pleasantly plump. It really isn't. I need to walk more, but there we go. Right, I'm Paz49. Thanks for listening. And until the next time, Roger Trout.